one of the questions is, how does it feel to be the loved one of one with mental illness? In my experience, it felt at one point very stressful. Sometimes I felt overwhelmed when I didn't seem to get the results that I was looking for. It took a lot of prayer. I almost felt lost at one point in the midst of it, of not knowing which way to go or what to do. There have been times when I've had to make some decisions as to whether or not to call for help for them or see how long I could work with them, especially when they're fighting against the help that I was trying to get for them. So after which, I even went through a phase where I felt like, was it even worth going through this anymore? So it's a lot of feelings that can come up in a situation such as that. Sometimes I felt, I wondered if it was not hopeless, if they would ever accept the help that we were trying to get for that loved one. So it made me reevaluate how important they were to me, and if they had cancer or something like that, would be my attitude. I had to overcome one of the main things, which was hearing other people say to me when they knew that it was a mental illness, that's demonic. And that can make you feel made me feel very hurtful at one point. And then I had to finally realize, wait a minute, the brain is a part of the body. It's an organ of the body, just like the heart is, or the lungs are. And I wouldn't say if someone was diagnosed with emphysema or with diabetes or with heart problems that it was demonic. Recognizing that yes, sin is the cause of us having the illnesses and things that we want, but we don't stigmatize people that have heart problems or people that have diabetes or high blood pressure. So it was making sure I didn't get angry at hearing the negative things that was being said about such a situation. I honestly can say I really do thank God for a very supportive friend, which was Arnetta Legree. I'd call her, which way do I need to go? What do I need to do? So I had someone, but there may be somebody who feels like you don't have anybody. There's nobody that you can call. There's nobody that you can talk to about this. Sometimes I did feel like I was all alone in it, because my loved ones, my family did not understand. And it's like they were kind of pacifying. But I did recognize that this person had a personality still, in spite of, so it was trying to keep them encouraged in those positive things about them to help them to overcome. It became stressful because a lot of times they were in denial and would fight against the help. And I want to say to that one that I may be talking to at this time that have a mental illness, first and foremost, that God loves you. And He already knows your situation. And that I do love you. And that I would love to see you get or hear that you have gotten some help. That you don't have to go through this alone. That God has blessed some people that know how to work with people in situations such as this. Encourage you that there is some support out there for you, and that mental illness doesn't make you a bad person, and that you don't have to feel hopeless. You don't have to feel like there's no recovery in this situation. But I will say to you, it's going to take dedication. It's going to take consistency. And yes, there may be times that even though you're doing good now, that you may have a setback. But that setback doesn't mean that it's all over. We want to encourage you that learn from that setback. What could I have done differently? What do I need to do that I can stay on course? And remember that you do have a personality in the midst of this, and be willing to work on those good qualities that you already know about yourself. And realize that in having a mental illness, in my experience, is that, let's say it's schizophrenia, you may be hearing a lot of thoughts, but you need to be willing to open up and talk to someone and say, I'm hearing voices. And not be, and you may go through a phase where you feel like you're embarrassed and that nobody understands. But we do have people that are set up to work with people that have a mental illness. And no, it's not hopeless. Yes, it may be long term. Yes, it may be severe. But I still say to you again, God loves you and you're special to Him. And I know sometimes you may feel like, but your people don't, my family don't understand. Excuse me, none of them want to be bothered with me. And that's okay. Because they honestly, some of it may be that they're fearful. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't understand it themselves. So I say to you today, don't give up on yourself. And be willing to reach out as much as you can to be able to get help. Pick up the phone and call or let someone know. Tell your loved one, your friend, look, I need help.